What is up, Creative Gang? Welcome back to episode number 31 of In the Frame Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Collins, joined by your co-host, Alberto Mendoza.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Nice pop.
Cheers.
That's good stuff. Finally coming down from the day, man.
What'd you think of the shoot, man?
The shoots, damn, straight at it.
We just collabed recently this past weekend.
It was good, man. It's been a long time since I worked with you.
Yeah.
The client was really cool. Really nice guy. Pretty swole. Pause. And I was able to get some cool BTS of you in action. And also shots a last second video that wasn't even planned out. So that was pretty dope. It was good, man. How'd you feel? It was good seeing your workflow.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I was like excited that you'd come along, because it's been a while since with my new setup and stuff.
Yeah, I've never seen this setup before.
The conditions were a little sketch at first, but they turned out to be golden, and I'm happy that
describe the environment for the viewers that didn't see our stories.
It was a gloomy
which
day.
You should follow us on In the Frame Podcast. That's where you
sir.
see all of our stories when we're shooting and active.
Yes, sir. The conditions were kind of sketch at first because it was a little gloomy, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be prime golden hour. Thankfully, the gods were in our favor, and the sky is just clear, just the good amount of open sun, and dude, it was a banger.
Yeah, we shot at Moonlight Beach in Encinitas, so it's like a pretty prime spot right there.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was the rocks. Like, there was so many damn rocks.
Yeah,
and I always pick that spot because it's like super, like, even if there's a high tide, like you're guaranteed a spot to walk around, but this time it was different. It's
kind of like here too. There's a lot of rocks. There was a storm a few weeks ago, and then all the rocks got pushed in. I've noticed that since I run here every day.
Yeah.
No, but it was cool seeing your workflow with using your lighting system. I do recommend you getting like a C-stand though, something a little bit more beefier.
Yeah.
Because it was a little windy, and so it kept trying to tip, but luckily I was there to hold it and assist. But the pictures right out the camera, man, were fucking insane. Like,
that's why I wanted you to come to, because I'm like, dude, like, I want you to see like how crazy this setup is. Like, it makes me take pictures. Like,
yeah, because I thought that was prior to that shoot, I thought most of your work was like all post production.
Yeah,
and then seeing it out the camera, I'm like, whoa, like game changer.
I know. Even the talent was like, what the freak? Like, this is insane. Like, this is straight out of the camera. I'm like, yeah, man, this is straight out of the camera.
Yeah, I remember at one point you were like, I don't even have to edit these. I'm like, oh, maybe you should, but
no, I shouldn't have said that.
Never in front of the talent. But it was
damn.
that good though. Like, you didn't have to edit. I mean, of course, you'd like to enhance it, but it looked pretty crazy.
I've been using these like weird light stands. They're like aluminum, but they bend when I use my 36-inch softbox. That's my
It's pretty heavy, man, from the top. Like,
yeah.
You need a C-stand, not a like a regular light stand like these ones. These are like little cheaper for typical small production stuff, but for your case, you want something heavier with a sandbag at least.
Yeah, that was my first time, I think, actually using this setup in the sunset, which I was like pretty happy, because I've been using the 25-inch softbox, which is a little bit lighter, and these can hold it. But in this case, there was rocks, so like it wasn't really stable,
right? And
it was a heavier setup.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh damn, good thing you came.
Yeah.
But the C-stand, the one I want to get is in it's
back
I don't want to
ordered?
get it's back ordered in Adorama. That's my new spot to buy stuff. Adorama.
Is that a website or is that a brand?
It's like a BH.
Like a B&H?
A B&H, but it's like cheaper.
Where are they located?
It's like a website.
I know like B&H is in New York, and they don't tax you for the most part. That's why I kind of like go through there. Adorama is like the competitor towards them. It might be like a cheaper brand, but they do a lot of in-house production. So like a lot of the beauty dishes, saw boxes that I buy are made by them, which are like, fuck, dude, they're like 50% off, 60% off compared to like a Westcott softbox. I'll have to check that out because I'm always like not looking to buy, but I'm always like window shopping, see what's out there.
Yeah, you might have something that they have that they make in house, and it's way cheaper.
Right, for sure. Because I do need like better lighting system, because what I have, it's pretty cheap. It's nothing crazy. And I don't want to spend $600 to $1,000 on a freaking aperture light. Like, I do not want to do that. But Rafe did mention there's a new light that aperture just dropped. It's like $300. It's a good starter to like mid-tier level. And so, I mean, Aperture always does great things, great products, but I might have to look into that.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about your shoot as well is I got to play with your 24 for the first time. I mean, I do mess with it here in the podcast just to set it up, but I never really played with it. And dude, that freaking lens is so sharp. It's insane.
Thankfully, I brought it because I was like, should I bring it? Like, I don't know if I mentioned this in prior podcasts, but I'm like kind of like going away from the 24. I'm not finding a use unless I'm doing like YouTube videos or whatever, but I rarely do those. And I might sell it, but you were like, yo, Pete, you got the 24? And I was like, actually, I do. Like, here you go. And then when you put it on your camera, I was like, holy crap, this thing is heavy.
Yeah, I'm not used to that kind of weight. I'm used to the Tamarons, man. The Tamrons are just so light. Like, even the Zoom one is considered heavy, but it's still freaking light compared to your 24 Prime.
Yeah, these ones, actually, the one I have is they still haven't they made the new 85, which doesn't come with the adapter anymore. This one has a built-in adapter.
Adapter? What do you mean by adapter?
It's the adapter that goes from like Canon to Sony. It's already built in.
But why would you need an adapter?
Because they were selling to Sony, so they were like, fuck it, let's just give them the adapter. I forgot what the adapter is called, but they basically, the little gap between the E-mount to the lens, there's like a big old like gap because there's already a built-in adapter. And that's why you're
referring to the Canon 85 because they don't have a Sony 85. Is that what you're saying?
No. Sigma has an 85.
I'm confused right now.
Sigma has an 85 that they were selling before. That's longer because it has that built-in Canon to Sony adapter. But now they sell the straight up Sony E-mount without the adapter, and it's smaller. I'm sure you've seen it.
Okay, so now they have this 85 E-mount.
Yeah, that's why this one. Yeah, this one has the adapter built in. That's why it's long and big, and it's not like the G Master 24.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know lenses came with adapters internally or whatever.
Yeah, Sigma.
I thought as you just buy a third-party adapter and you add it. Because I've seen Adrian
the Metabones. Adapter.
I've seen Adrian use the Metabones a lot.
Yeah.
Because he used to use Sony glass. No, he used to use Canon glass to his 6300 back in the day.
Oh, really?
And he had a Metabones adapter. And he had like iffy reviews on it. Like sometimes they'll hunt. Like the autofocus is not natural compared to like a native lens, of course. So that makes sense. So yeah.
What's his name? Jesus. When we were shooting that,
he has one too. Yeah,
he has an adapter, and he had the big old lens. And I was like, "Holy crap, that's hella wide!" It was like a 12 millimeter, or 16
It was like
millimeter?
a 12 to 16. It was weird. I think it's like a Nikon glass or Canon, maybe.
But it was like a manual focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great having you there though.
No, it was cool. It was fun. I think we should do more. I was shooting some BTS. I'd like to get some better BTS. It was hard because I was like holding the light, making sure it doesn't fall. And I'm like shooting with my other hand, just like using the 24.
You were like, damn, Pete. Like, I know this to be your assistant. Like, I should have fucking told you to give me a dinner or something.
I was like, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
I know, but it was cool, man. It was. I enjoyed it, and I'm thankful that you came along last minute.
Yeah, we should do it more often though. It's rare that we go out and shoot together. I mean, we don't do that anymore. We're just so busy now, man. Dude, we're old and washed. No, we're just like I'm doing something or you're doing something, and luckily I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let me tag along with you. Why not? So,
what about your the Rafe?
Shoot, how'd that go? That shoot went pretty cool. We went to Venice Beach, and we're just shooting content for him for a pretty big brand. I don't know if we mentioned in the podcast or not.
We did.
Oh, we did for Foot Action.
Yeah.
For Black History Month. So that was really sick to
I saw you a part of that one wheel.
Dude, the one wheel is a game changer, man. I'm like so comfortable with it. Knocking on wood, I don't get hit by a car or something. But like I'm like riding around crazy fast with the freaking gimbal, camera, mic, and the wooden handle, like the side wooden handle is so clutch for me. Like instead of going like this, I don't know, I just love it. And it lasted me all day. I got home with 10% battery, and I was like using it for like, I think I racked up like 9 miles that day. Damn. Just riding around Venice shooting some content. Like it was so fun. We're like weaving around the people in the boardwalk. Mm-hmm. And so Jaron, that was my first time meeting Jaron. He's such a cool guy.
He's a BMXer.
Like, yeah, the pro BMX rider. Rafe was not like lying. Like, this guy is really fucking cool, man. Like, he's a super cool guy. Mm-hmm. Very humble too. And we're just like weaving around people. And he's doing a wheelie the whole time. And he's like weaving. I'm like, dude, how are you steering this? Like, he's literally on a freaking wheelie going through people. And I'm right behind him getting like shooting as well. Like me and Rafe. And so I'm like trying to convince Rafe to get a one wheel because for that kind of work, you need a one wheel because he was so burnt out, tired from like skateboarding and like.
Oh, he skateboards.
He skateboards, yeah. And
is it so like a longboard, or just like a regular
skateboard, dude. Regular skateboard.
Damn.
Not even a longboard was a little bit more relaxing.
Smoother ride.
Yeah, exactly. So he's using a regular skateboard, and I'm like getting these like crazy shots, and I'm like, dude, you need to get a one wheel, man, because this will like help you save your back and your legs, and you'll feel more fresh. I didn't feel tired. I mean, mentally you're a little drained, but it was a fun shoot. So we use the H6 as well for the voiceover. So I can't wait for that project to come out, which should come out by the time you're listening to this. It'll probably be out. Yes. Yeah. So yeah.
I was gonna ask you the one wheel, like you have, because I've seen what's his fucking name, Jesse Wells.
Yes. He's the Canadian dude.
Yeah. He was like
he's like a pro one wheel filmmaker.
He was I watched his vlogs when he was with his ex, and then he became single, and like it was really emo, and I stopped watching.
I just discovered him a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, because the one wheel. Because I searched the one wheel and he popped up in the algorithms.
Yeah, he was from Philly, and then he moved to LA. But I was watching one of his videos. He has which is the GoPro that films like around
the 360, Insta 360.
Yeah. And he was like on the beach, and I was like, damn, looks dope. And then he like hits like a rock or something, boom, and just falls. I'm like, damn. Dude, like you haven't had that scenario?
Not yet, man. I'm pretty.
Like you're not scared of cracks?
No, I mean I go through train tracks now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What the big ass gap?
Yeah, not like the wood part, like between the wood and but the regular train tracks, like on the actual road, I could go through it.
Oh really? Damn,
yes.
That's good.
I don't know what is it about. I don't want to jinx myself, man. It's like I don't understand when I know accidents do happen, but it's like when people got drones and like drones were flying away because the technology wasn't that great, or that people would crash it. Like I don't understand how that happens because I have the same older models, and I never had an incident like that.
Really?
Like I'm pretty cautious, but I'm also ballsy at the same time. Like
roll accident almost.
Yeah, I mean things always happen, but I mean I don't know. I feel like I always tell Kristen this. Like I feel like my awareness level is so on point. Like I'm always aware of what's going on in my surroundings, and like I'm like my mind's moving a million times an hour. Like just like processing things and like making sure like little hazards or something like that, avoid this, do that, and I don't know.
Well, for the new viewers, like you're a veteran drone, like 5+ years. Like you got the first DJI, what is it?
The Phantom.
The Phantom, and I feel like a lot of people forget that you've been an OG from drones, so like that's why like you've developed this like ninth sense or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and I used to be super pussy in the very beginning. Like remember, like I'd be scared to like pop the drone out. Like Kristen would be like, "Yo, use the drone." I'm like, I'm scared. There's a lot of people. I don't want to get the attention. I thought it was illegal, and I didn't want to get in trouble.
Shoot, when we went to Big Sur,
I was scared as hell too. I was still scared.
It's too windy. It's too windy, and I was like barely moving. Yeah, I was like, dude.
Like, now I go through like rough conditions. Like with the lighter set up too, so it's like, yeah, you just get more comfortable the more you use things. Like it goes with anything, any piece of gear, any piece of, just anything in general. Like the more you do it, the more comfortable you are, and the more confidence you get. Mm-hmm. And then as long as you follow protocol, you follow the rules, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, but LA was fun. I can't wait for that project to come out. But the one wheel is definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just using it this morning or just before you came in. I was just shooting some sunset stuff. Kristen just got the new iPhone 12 Pro.
Yeah.
So I was just playing with the video settings and whatnot. The video that camera is insane. I mean, I know I have the 11. She has a 12 Pro. It has like HDR video and I don't know. It's just really good, dude. It's really good.
I have the 11 Pro, but I don't know what's the difference.
I don't know if
it's that camera.
The difference between the 11 Pro. I never had a Pro. I just had the 2 camera setups.
I always do the pro tip for you guys, creative gang. If you guys have the 11 Pro Max, the 40 by 60, 4K.
Oh, 4K,
60 frames.
4K 60 frames.
Like it looks like in real life,
real time.
Yeah,
real
time. So like that's what I always use. But
I usually do 4K 30 for the most part.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm gonna put it in Instagram stories, and Instagram stories is gonna compress the hell out of it and just make it look mucky. You know, you don't want that 360p look.
I'm surprised how good the camera is because I color graded this one and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be crappy. But when I did that reel with that model, my recent shoot, I was like, well, it's not bad. It can keep up.
Dude, the iPhones are good, man. They're good. They're not amazing. You can't compare with like a DSLR or a mirrorless, but just to start off to create content, dude, the iPhones nowadays are so good. Just put
we had a big YouTuber who like commented, like, I use my phone.
Oh yeah,
vlog, and I was like, shoot, I'm about to do that too. My bachelor party shit.
No, yeah, you should, man. It should be fun. I mean,
it's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude.
But fuck all that. We forgot. If you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We're almost pushing towards our number.
We're almost at 100.
Yeah, we want to push for that. Comment, subscribe, and like, man. Yeah. It means the world to us.
And if you're on Spotify and
Apple, go ahead and share it on your story. It helps a lot.
We just hit 700 followers on Instagram, and I know 700 is not a lot for a lot of people, but starting this podcast as a joke, and now we're at 700 followers is kind of dope.
Yeah, we always say that we started as a joke, and damn, we created a monster.
Now we can't quit.
But so let's get into the meat and potatoes, man. You and me have been like texting back and forth and be like, dude, like they're just like the viewers want to know what's our post and pre, like what do we do to set up before a shoot and after a shoot,
like a pre-production routine or kind of like
the routine, our routine.
For me, what I do is it starts the night before. Say if I have a shoot, like let's say at 7 a.m. on a Saturday.
Okay.
My routine starts like on Friday night, where I make sure all my batteries are charged. I make sure all my gear is ready and prepped. I make sure my camera sensors are clean, my lenses are clean. I go through like a whole little operational system. It's like fun for me. And I make sure before I hit format on the card, format means deleting whatever's in your card, in your SD card. I make sure to have that content backed up to one of my hard drives. So in case I do erase everything on my card and forget to drop media, which I never do, I'll explain later. So my memory cards are nice and clean. I have my settings dialed up before I get there. My glasses are clean. My sensors are clean. My batteries are all juiced up. And I start packing all my bags. Like I have a big light bag and I put like my tripods there. I put my gimbal there. I have my backpack set up. I have my mics, make sure they're all charged up as well. Throw it in the truck and then pack up a water. Always have to pack up water. Mm-hmm. I have a 40-ounce bottle of water all the time. And then I always have a couple of protein bars because you never know when it shoots. They could drag and you just want something to bite real quick. And yeah, it's pretty much it, man. That's my routine that's my routine before a shoot. So it's always the night before.
Gotcha.
And then on the day of the shoot, I wake up pretty early, shower, make sure my gear's there again, open up my bags, make sure everything's good because I don't want to be that jackass that forgets something that's really important. I've done it before and I don't want to do that mistake again. And so then I pack up my truck and then I bounce.
Gotcha.
And then after the shoot, depending on how late I get, but for the most part, I get home and I dump my media I go straight to the computer and dump my cards into 2 different backup systems, which is my Extreme SSD, which I will edit on, and then I also have another extra backup on my external LaCie hard drive. And I just have 2 backups, and I also have my memory card. I have a habit of not deleting my memory card until that content is delivered to the client, and then I delete that content. I'm just weird like that. Like I know I have 2 different backup systems, technically 3 because I can use my computer hard drive as well. But I'm just weird like that. I don't want to like take any chances in case any kind of corruptions. I have the source into my memory card, and I have 3 different 128 SD cards and a 64 SD card and a 32 SD card. And by the way, those 64 and the 32 card came for free on bundles. So guys, if you're on Amazon, get the bundles. It's freaking free and you get free stuff. So. And that's pretty much it, man. Like I'm getting ready to go to Mexico tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
And I have 2 cards that are pretty much free, and I have one 128 card that has content for clients that I will not delete. I'm just gonna leave it there. Keep it on my my little pouch, my SD pouch, SD card pouch, and take it with me. But I don't plan on using that card. And yeah, because I still haven't delivered those projects yet. So. That's pretty much my routine.
Gotcha. Shit, I almost sneezed for the first time on fucking in the frame. I don't think I've sneezed here.
No.
I was gonna ask you for your trip tomorrow. Are you gonna take both of your cameras, or are you gonna only take one?
Just a 7 III, man. That's all I'm gonna take.
That's a lot Gimbal, of like, things to worry about.
Yeah. But I mean, I've done it before. So, and the backpack that I've used, I've had it for like 3 years now, and it's like the perfect travel backpack.
Yeah.
I'll link that in the description if you guys are interested.
I like your backpack. I have a fucking like a almost $300 bag. And yours is like more comfortable and smaller. It feels like really nice.
Yeah, and I like mine because it's not loud. It doesn't scream, "Hey, I'm a camera bag, come steal me."
Yeah.
So like when I'm out and about, like my backpack kind of looks like a typical backpack. So
yeah,
if you have a camera bag, it's attractive. You know, like you have at least a few $1,000s in there worth of gear. So it's like, yeah, I just love my backpack. It's very durable, and I just really love it.
So for the new listeners or like the new creative, what's the difference between? I was going to ask you to explain what's the difference between an SSD and your other hard drive.
My regular hard drive, the SSD, it's I think it's called a solid state,
which
extreme.
Is faster.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Fast.
I don't know how to get to the technicalities when it comes to it, but all I know it's faster.
Hell yeah, it is.
And it doesn't use moving parts, I think, or it does use moving parts. It doesn't use moving parts. I remember I saw a Sam Kohler ad that he talked about an SSD. He did a promo video.
Oh, he did?
I don't know if it was for SanDisk or for Samsung. I forget which one, because I have the Samsung SSD for 2 terabytes. It's pricey. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
It's way more expensive than a regular hard drive, but the workflow is so, it's night and day.
Yeah, it's like double the price, but geez,
it's so worth it, man.
You can work off of that.
Every editor, you could have the most shittiest computer. Well, I can't say that because you do need a computer that's up to par. Yeah. But the SSD is the workhorse. It's like the memory. It's the speed. It's kind of like think of the SSD as steroids.
Yeah, it's
that
fast,
you add to
man.
the computer.
Like when you download all the stuff on your SSD, I'm like, you're done. Like that took like 1/4 of the time on my stupid hard drive. That's old. Yeah.
It just, the hard drives are like, they're good just for backup. I mean, you could edit off of them because I used to do that too. I used to edit off my Lacy hard drive, but I got educated and it's like a lot of things could happen, malfunctions could happen, corruptions could happen really quick because you're not supposed to technically edit from them. Mm-hmm. You get away with it, but I just got an SSD. I just invested more into my gear, and it's like it's been a freaking game changer, man. I edit on the road on my laptop because my laptop is like, it's getting a little old and it's kind of lagging, but the SSD hard drive,
like nothing ever happened.
It's freaking good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good insight of what your pre and post production.
Yeah.
I think for me would be like kind of similar to yours. Number one would be like worry about charging all your. So I have reusable AA batteries.
I need to get those, by the way.
I'm sorry, rechargeable ones, and I recharge those, and they work fine for my trigger controllers.
Oh, that's why you have them? I was wondering why you had those for.
Yeah, for my trigger control that goes on top. And sometimes when I use my 350V flash, but I rarely use it, I'll recharge my strobe lighting, the AD200 Pro.
How do you charge it? Via USB or what?
It comes with the charger and the battery.
Okay. It's a battery.
Yeah. I'll just recharge it because I can use full power to like 100 or 1/256, which is like really low power, but it's still like the battery is really inconsistent. And I'll charge that up. I'll charge my batteries. Thankfully, I have the battery grip, so like if I charge 2, like I can shoot, and then I don't have to worry about it. Film the potter, and I'm good. I'll charge my Girl speaker, which I need to get my own.
Get a JBL, man. It's so JBL clutch. Clip. It's like $30 too on Amazon.
I need to get one of those just to set the tone when I'm shooting the clients.
That was smart. Yeah. Going back to our shoot, you brought the speaker, and I'm like, that's clutch that you brought the speaker because it sets a vibe and it kills the awkwardness. It's like it kills the dead noise where it's like
it kills like
awkward silences, which
like when I was when there was that awkward silence when I was like, oh man, like the sun is shifting because you were doing your video, and then it was my turn, and I was like, oh fuck, like I got to switch my settings. I had to make my everything. I had to change it up, and I was like, oh, like this is awkward. But thankfully, I had the speaker, so I was like ambient noise.
It just keeps everything loose.
Yeah, it keeps the workflow flowing.
Definitely a pro tip. If you're a photographer and you're gonna shoot with somebody, get a speaker. Ask that client, hey, what kind of playlist do you like? What's your favorite Spotify playlist? Send it to me, and then when you're there, you start bumping the music. He or she may feel good, and you feel good, and the whole experience is a lot more better. So, pro tip.
Pro tip. So, and then charge
free game.
Up. I know, free game, free 99. You gotta like that's what I do. Charge up, and then the one thing I hate doing is my ADD like kicks up like cleaning all my gear. So like
I love doing that.
I got the same cleaning kit you got. My blower, and then I do the brush. And then I hate changing lenses. But lately, my camera's been reacting. I don't know if it's like updated or what, but like my shutter has been closing on.
Mine doesn't close.
No.
Mine's been closing. I wish it did.
Dude, mine's been. I know the A9 has an update where it does it automatically.
Yeah, I saw that.
But mine, I don't know if it's because I have the battery grip and I turn it off. I turn off the camera and then I leave the battery grip on and I'll like disconnect it. So I don't know if like it like automatically shuts it, but it's crazy.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen automatically by now.
I should, dude.
I don't know. I maybe that is some kind of weird setting because I've seen it close on mine, but then it opens and then
I freaked out.
I haven't had it close in a long time.
I freaked out the first time I closed. Like, what the fuck? What is this? But it's actually better because
technically, yeah, because it keeps the dust off.
Yeah. I clean off my camera. I spray it. I clean everything, and then I'll switch the lens because usually I have the 24 on like automatically, and then I'll put the 85.
That's your default.
Yeah, and then I'll switch it up. I change the lens. I check that there's no dust. I go to f16, f11, and I like look at the sun and I look for any because I was so bad with
technically if you just shoot at a white wall and you zoom in all the way, if you have a zoom, you're good. You can see like if you see any dust particles. Yeah.
I go to f11 and I'll look like it'll be in the mornings and I'll look at my white wall and I'll like inspect every single
the viewfinder.
Yeah, I'll inspect every little sector. Yeah, that there's no particles because in my A6000 I was horrible. Like I remember you would comment like clean your sensor. I was like, damn, I was so bad. But that's the one thing I do hate about pre production would be like cleaning my camera and getting ready. And then after that, I just sit and like load up my car.
Do you do it the night before, the day of?
I charge up like maybe 2 days prior, and then the night before, that's when I clean everything.
Okay.
And then I switch the lenses and boom. And then on shoot day, I'll load up my car early in the morning, drink a coffee or whatever, get ready, and then I actually set up my camera when I'm at home. So I'll put my Peak Design strap on. I'll put my trigger on, and then I'll just put my camera in my back seat, like ready to go. Because I don't like setting it up.
Weird how you have it literally sitting there because it could just literally roll off.
Well, thankfully my new car is like slanted,
a little incline.
Yeah, so like it won't move.
I would never, man.
But I like doing that because it saves so much time when I get there. Because when I get to the shoot, I'm usually setting up a softbox, and then I'm setting up my 8200 Pro. I'm setting up the Godox adapter, and then I'm doing this, and then it's just where I can set up, get my camera, put it on my shoulder, and boom, let's go. But I make sure that it's not gonna fall because it is a little sketchy.
Yeah, as far as getting there on time, like I usually when I schedule a shoot, I always add an extra 30 minutes prior so I could set up because I'm setting up sticks, I'm setting up lighting, I'm setting up cameras, gimbals, sometimes balancing. So I have that incorporated into our shoot time.
I was gonna ask you like, how do you calibrate your gimbal at?
I do it there. Okay. Because it takes me 30 seconds to 45 seconds max.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
Not like New York?
Yeah. Well, that was like my first time.
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
I was getting so frustrated. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, no. If it's the morning shoot, which for the most time it is, I drink a coffee. And if it's like a later shoot, like in the evening or in the middle of the day, I'll either have, like, especially if I drive to San Diego or LA, I'll go to the gas station right here in the corner. I'll fill up and then I'll get myself like a Rockstar or some kind of energy drink or a Bang and just get the blood flowing. It's not the greatest way to get the blood flowing, but you know what I mean. And then it gets me hyped up and that's it.
I think, and I mean, you got to get hyped up somehow.
Oh yeah, I got some banger music playing and I'm getting super hyped. And it's like, and it goes back to like my spiritual bag talk from like the few episodes back, like. I'll go back to like affirmations like, oh my dude, thank God that I'm doing what the fuck I love to do. Yeah. And I'm getting paid for it. It's fucking sick, man.
I do those affirmations too. Like, I mean, you're just trying to hype yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Because like, oh, it's a new client. Like they like obviously like my work, but somehow you have self-doubt and like you're just hyping yourself up. I was like, dude, like what the fuck you talking? Like you're tripping. Like your work is fire. And like, that's what I do.
They hire you for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and your prices aren't low. So, I mean, they really do like your shit.
Right. Post-production wise, I go ahead. I've changed. I've evolved to where like, oh, like I just shot. Like let's go. Let's edit.
Oh, dude. Man. Oh my God. You used to drop that same night.
And I feel like it's better for me because it helps me like evolve as a photographer. So I might like find new things. I might find a new way to edit, like minuscule, but it like changes the picture dramatically. And I get back from the shoot, I do the same thing. I plug in my hard drive, I dump the SD card, and for me, I don't delete it. Pro tip that I got from you: don't delete after 6 months. I'll give the client 6 months to be like, "Yo, like you."
In case they want to buy the raws.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, it's good. So I'm gonna do that. I keep the folder for 6 months, and after 6 months, like I'm like, whatever. I'll
shoot a reminder. I shoot a reminder.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna delete this forever.
Oh, you give it the client a reminder.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, in case you need these photos,
last chance.
Exactly. Pretty much.
Week.
And it works, man.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah.
And then I just dump them in my hard drive, and then I'm usually I'm a weekend warrior shooter, so like I won't edit till Monday night. So if I shoot on a Friday, Saturday, I won't touch anything, I won't look at anything till Monday night, because
as though you get your mind right in the weekend.
Yeah, because I don't want to be influenced by anything. So like maybe I'll be on Instagram like, oh, like I like that, like, go ahead and do it. And like, nah, man, just like chill, like let it sink in, let it settle, and you'll find your way. And that's what I've been doing lately, dumping in my hard drive and then editing on a Monday night. And then it helps me out so much in my creativity development.
So you don't dump your media that same day?
No, I'll dump it because I want my SD card in case I'm gonna go sunset shoot.
Okay,
or
gotcha.
whatever.
So you do dump immediately?
Yeah, I'll dump it, and then most cases I have like 3 128s because
you have also 3 128s. Nice.
I have 3 128s, 164, and then 116.
Okay, so you're good. But I mean, in photography, it's different because it takes way more space in video. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it sounds stupid, but it does.
I still don't. I can't comprehend how. But yeah, I'm shooting 4K too. Like,
bro, I'll be like transferring to my my hard drive. This is 54 gigs. I'm like, how?
Yeah,
like, how?
I literally. So the video with Rafe and Jaren shot all day for like 6 hours.
25 gigs?
No, 12 gigs, if that. Jeez. Less than 12 gigs.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. Whatever, man. Yeah. It is what it is. But
big files, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Better quality.
Raw. I shoot, and then for you guys, I shoot raw, uncompressed. I know,
which even is more taxing.
I know people are gonna be like, "Why are you shooting raw, uncompressed?" Uncompressed, like I want to get the whole flavors.
Yeah,
it's my
You're a quality snob, man. It's not a bad thing.
Manny Ortiz shoots raw compressed.
I shoot raw compressed.
It's just whatever you want to do, man.
It's your preference.
Yeah,
personal preference.
That's pretty much it. That's what my post production for when shooting comes along, and it's been working right now.
Yeah, I forgot to mention. If I come home late, I take that back. I don't go straight to the computer, just depending on the time. If I come home super late, for example, the LA shoot, I got home like around 10 p.m. I didn't go on my computer, dude. It was like chill time, decompress time. Mm-hmm. So the next morning is when I dump my media. Mm-hmm. And I'm really big in file organization when it comes to like the year, to the client's name, to subfolders of. I usually have clips as for video, and then pics for pictures, obviously, so for the raws. Mm-hmm. And then I make a folder for finals, which is either exported videos and pictures. Mm-hmm. So I always have 3 subfolders within a folder, within another folder. So it's really subfolderish. Like that's just my way of organization. It's been working out so far for me.
Well, what do you mean you have subfolders?
So I create like even for the podcast, I'll have like if I go on my external drive, you'll see In the Frame podcast, and then you'll see episode 31, for example, like this one, and you'll see 30, 29, and then when I make another subfolder in 30, and I'll say clips.
Yeah.
So I dump the media there, and then I'll make another subfolder that says finals, and it's usually the exported full video and micro clips.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now for me, like now, I remember before I used to shoot like burst a lot, but now since I have my strobe lighting, like I do a lot of single shooting. So like a photo shoot, I'll probably have like, I don't know, 150 images.
That's so much better compared to 600.
Right? So I'll have like, if I have 3 shoots, I'll have like 400, 500 photos, but I'll put one folder. I'll just put 100, the 128 SD card, and then the date, and then I'll put the names of like the clients, and then I'll dump everything there, and I'll usually like pick the best in Lightroom and go off of there. But I do a lot of catalogs to help me make my process faster.
That I don't know how to do on Lightroom.
Catalogs?
Like, I know how to do it if I decided to figure it out, but like I don't do that because I literally have it in one whole thing. Like I'd literally just scrub if I like want to see for some photo.
It slows down your. I mean,
it does slow down your workflow,
especially if you have a fast computer. Maybe your computer can take it, but like since I have an old Mac, I need to constantly make a new catalog, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but it makes my workflow faster.
So you just got to know your workflow.
And
see, if I was going through what you were going through, then I'd probably do the same thing. I have a question I just thought of right now. You were saying you have like 3 128 gigabyte cards.
Yeah.
The cool thing about these Sonys that you could put 2 different SD cards in there.
Yeah.
Do you Do you simultaneously record on both cards, or do you use like one, and if you run out of storage, you go to the next one, or do you not even use it at all? Because by default, it's only just one card. But I go back. I always make sure if I go with the client, I shoot in 2 different cards. I got that from Gordon Lee because he's like it's happened to him before, but it's like after that I started doing dual recording simultaneously. So in case one card fails on me, the other card's good.
No, so remember one time, I think it was like the first episode we filmed, and like one of the cards was like
corrupted.
One of like the segments, and I was like, what the fuck, like how? And then I was like, nope. After that, like I just started dual recording. So
you use dual record?
Yeah, I have like 3 128. So I'll use a 128, like clear it out and use it, and then my 64 I'll use as
that's your backup.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's smart.
Once like I dump it, and I'm like, okay, this is good. I just delete the 64, and then that's it. So I just use it as backup. But that is I learned that because I was like, dude, like I don't want to take any chances.
Shit happens, man. Like you could do everything right, but technology could fail on you.
Yeah. And even like, I don't know, man, it's just crazy, like the stupid little things that can happen. Yeah. So it's good to have a backup.
Yeah, definitely. But let's get into a frame of the week, man. Shall we?
Let's go.
So these are a huge Potter podcast supporters, and the is Humble Grounds Photography. You'll see it here on the whiteboard. I don't know, man. This image, like, simple yet elegant for me.
Yeah, it's definitely your vibes, like contrasty,
punchy,
monotone. Like it's a dope. I like it. I like the black sand.
And the caption is, "I will never get over the artsiness yet simplicity of hand holding and looking far off moments."
Deep.
And the Rafi stars. No, this picture is fire. It's a wedding picture. Like her bouquet looks pretty dope. He looks fly. They both look fly. I mean, it's just a sick ass photo.
Hit them up. I think they do a lot of
are they local? Are they local?
I believe so. I believe so. And they do a lot of wedding photography.
Oh yeah, San Diego wedding photographer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they're definitely local guys. So if you're into the wedding game and you need some wedding bangers,
hit them up.
Definitely hit them up. And thank you for supporting the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really means a lot for us. Like, this podcast is growing, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out how to work with this with this beast.
How to control this beast.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, you'll see the if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you'll see the link in the description. And on YouTube, you will see their Instagram handle as well. So thank you, Humble Grounds Photography.
Yeah. This is gonna do it for episode number 31 of In the Frame Podcast.
Where can people find you?
People can find me at petercollinframes.com, Peter Collin Frames on Instagram. Where can they find you?
People can find me on Instagram at @_Mendoza_ and on YouTube, Alberto Mendoza. Bro, what's up with this YouTube, bro?
It's coming out, dude. Right now, you're going on your trip. I'm going to have this baby for a couple weeks because you're taking a long-ass vacation. And it's going to give me more time to, like, not rush things, but make things the way I want them to. So
okay.
Expect that.
Just, I will give you this tip, man. Don't try to be Mr. Perfect because then you're never going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I feel like you're already creeping there. Because you were supposed to start this 2 weeks ago and then you kept making excuses after excuses. Valid, you had legit excuses.
It was shoots. Michael has an excuse.
But at the same time, like, you want it to be this perfect video and you're going to hate it and you're never going to want to do it or post it. Just fucking do it and then deal with the consequences later. Like, all right, you know what? The next video, I'm not going to do that and I'm going to do this instead.
Okay.
Just fucking shoot it, bro.
That's good.
And then see what happens and just post it, dude. It's not going to be great. Trust me. Yeah. It's not going to be good.
Shit, maybe. I don't know.
I'm telling you, dude. Like,
I'm gonna regret.
You could be as good as you think you are, but it's never going to be as great as you think it's going to be in your head.
Yeah.
So just fucking do it.
I did have. I'm not trying to throw excuses, but I was like loaded with work, and then somebody commented my latest picture, like, "Yo, like, do you do tutorials?" I was like, "Fuck!" I was like motivated. I was like, "Fuck that! I don't give a fuck what it is. Like I'm gonna do it."
The fact that you're just thinking about just doing it for fun, and someone asks you for your advice and help.
So that motivated me. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it by the next episode. I'll have something on my YouTube, which is
look at for you. We're 2 weeks in advance. So I know. We have 3 weeks to do this.
It will be on Peter Collin Frames YouTube because I have another one. But I'm hella excited to do a video.
Do you know how you're gonna set it up and whatnot? Like,
I have ideas, but I'm in between two things. Whether I want to do a certain video of like how to or a review video of like a product. which I have in mind. That was my first one. I might do the product, but we'll see.
That's 2 different videos right there.
Yeah.
So that's more content.
I might start off with the product because I already have an idea.
All right.
I might do that.
Just execute it. Just fucking do it. Just literally hit record and start doing it, man.
Yeah. But I appreciate that advice, though.
Yeah.
Guys, this is going to do it for episode number 31. I'm your host, Peter Collins, joined by your co-host, Alberto Mendoza. We'll catch you on episode number 32.
32, baby. Let's go.
So, peace.
My high school football number.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Peace.
Peace.